Welcome to the Sarcastic News Network, where my name is Alex Lee, and where I roast the news that's owned by Juice. The algorithms love me, especially after that last report. Woo! They love me. I actually was surprised at the level of engagement I got on Rumble for that, and that was cool. I didn't like getting threatened because of the opening song, but you know, it is what it is. Life happens. People threaten you sometimes. And what can I say? I mean, every day you get threatened. I have this on for my my Irish friends over there who are protesting, holding the line. May God be with you in your struggle, and hopefully you will succeed and take your government back and lead the way for Europe and for the whole fucking free world. Because we are looking up to you. I'm not trying to kiss your ass, but you're the first country that's really inspired me. I've seen the Canadians do it and they got shut down. Don't let it happen to you. I hope it doesn't. But anyway, I'm not here with a bunch of videos today. I actually do have a bunch of videos, but I just decided I'm going to do more of my freestyle kind of take to news, because we love the news, we love the wars, we voted for them. Obviously, we love being in a position of weakness. And, you know, it's like being cucked to another country. It's fucking wonderful. Don't you love it? I love it. I love the fact that a country smaller than one of our smallest states fucking controls everything. Don't you? And I know a lot of people will go after me and say the words that are meant to shut me down. But, you know, that's all you can fucking do. Have a debate. Let's have a debate on Zionism, please. Bible thumpers. If you're a Zionist, I will debate you any day. And I wonder if, you even, yeah. Wonder how that one would go. But, you know, and it's not even just the Bible thumpers. It's just in general. I would love to debate that topic. But for now, I'll ease off. And let's go into the actual war coverage. Back to the fucking basics. Alright. So, breaking news. Is this from 2 weeks ago or today? Trump says war in Iran is close to over. Israel pounds Lebanon. Because, you know, Israel, they just love to just genocidally level buildings everywhere. They're going on a massive land grab. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. This state is so rogue. It's the number one state sponsor of terror. It's not Iran. It is the other country that is, you know, occupying Palestine right now. And they shouldn't even be recognized as a country. They're a cult. They're a cabal, and what they're doing to the world is not going to be forgotten. You know, they will be judged by God for what they are doing. But we all know who wins in the end. So anyway, Trump says it's close to over for about the 15th time. We also won a couple of times, according to him. You know, who fucking knows where we're really at in the war? I mean, because he said it's close to over, that makes me think that we're probably just beginning. He's literally becoming like an Orwell type of figure. U.S. Treasury Secretary says China will not be able to get oil from Iran. Yeah, let's threaten China. We really need that right now. We really need extra problems, don't we? Militarily. And he doesn't want to. He wants a grand bargain. It's all about Trump. I'm on Al Jazeera, and I'm not because it's not because I'm a terrorist. It's just because they're actually giving updates like in live time of what's going on. And the Jerusalem Post just is pretty much like CNN, you know? I mean, if I'm gonna fucking get CNN type of news, then I might as well just get it from CNN. So anyways, U.S. President Donald Trump tells Fox News the war is close to over. Yet again, he can't be trusted or believed. He's said this before. Anyways, after hinting at a second round of face-to-face talks with Iran and Pakistan, hopefully he just concedes what they want, because they're not gonna fucking stop, bro. He's completely halted economic trade going in and out of our embassy. And they supposedly did a blockade today, and I heard China stop the blockade. I heard it failed. But over here in America, it's like North Korea. We never fucking lose anything. Anytime a military operation's done, no one dies anymore. It's all perfect. It's like every single time if you ever whoop somebody's ass on Street Fighter, you get the perfect. That is us and everything we do in the military, according to Trump. Okay, coming out of his administration. I heard they covered up the deaths of like 6 extra people, and they just someone who leaked it got in trouble for fucking just telling the truth. So this is where we're at. You can't believe the numbers. But don't we like it like that? I like it like that. I love being held in the dark. I love having a president that's nuts. It keeps you on the edge, bro. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. Do you really want to live not on the edge of your seat? What? You want to live a happy, peaceful fucking life? I want a president that attacks the Pope. Okay, I want a president that is threatening a whole civilization to be destroyed. That's what I want. That's what we voted for. When he said no new wars over and over and over again, I knew that was code for we're gonna get Khomeini or whatever the fuck his name is. I knew that was code for we're gonna go to Venezuela and steal their oil. I knew that was code for we're gonna do a whole military blockade of Cuba to prevent them from getting. I knew it. We all did. The other people who didn't, I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? I mean, MAGA is Ben Shapiro, Lindsey Graham, Mark Levin. This is MAGA. So, I mean, if you're not them, you're not MAGA. You want to be MAGA? I mean, it's all a stupid word. And by the way, MAGA, it stands for Miriam Adelson Governs America. With her money that she spent to Trump. That's what it stands for. I stole that from somebody. I saw a funny comment earlier, and that is fucking dead on. But yeah, that's MAGA. And yeah, I mean, everyone who got duped, I mean, why were you duped? You didn't know no new wars actually meant that we're gonna fucking start all kinds of shit in World War III? You didn't know that? Now you know. Now you know. Now you know you should never trust a politician. What they say is the opposite of their mission. And in Donald Trump's case, this whole base he's dissing. He doesn't even want to listen. He hates Tucker. He's an ungrateful motherfucker. Everyone who put him in the White House is people that he don't like now. Donald. Trump is just such a great man. He loves it. He doesn't want a small deal. He wants a grand bargain, according to our Vice President, J.D. Vance. By the way, our vice president, because the real president is Benjamin Netanyahu. Anyway, more. Turning Point? What the fuck? Okay, I don't want to hear about Turning Point USA, okay? Charlie Kirk is now gone, and therefore I, don't like their new leadership, which is his very weird acting wife. And yes, I can say you act weird, and what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You act weird, okay? You act weird. Hey, that doesn't mean a lot of people don't act weird. I fucking act weird too, okay? But luckily, my significant other didn't get murdered, okay? And then I started acting weird. That would be a whole different story. But hey, I have no suspicion, I don't. Why would I? I'm like the MAGA supporters, bro. Like, I saw the codes and what Trump says. I obviously only want to worship a politician. I'm not about the issues. You're about the issues. You need to get tissues. What you really need to be about, really, is just worshiping people, okay? Worship your politicians, worship your media, and when they continuously call you a racist for noticing the cultural differences that they have forced upon you, slap yourself and say, no, I am a racist for even having those thoughts. Impure thoughts. Just like the Irish protesters. What are you protesting, you guys? Just be happy. Keep getting taxed to death. It's fun times. Obviously, this is the Sarcastic News Network, okay? So I just want to remind the world of that. But Vance led the delegations. He led it. Let it. He let it happen. He let it. He fed it. I regret it. The fact that I voted for pathetic Donald Trump. I want to run. It's not a fun. Now, because of the government, you got a gun. And you're on the run? I don't know. It's just this war is just, you want my honest, sarcastic opinion, it's just the stupidest war we've ever been in. And, so, I'm not saying you have to agree with on every issue, but then let's go to the top. He doesn't want a small deal, he wants a grand bargain! You don't get disengaged because you disagree with the administration on one topic. Yeah, I will, bro. This is a big topic. Okay? World War III. Hey, we did everything else you wanted. Which you didn't. But let's hypothetically say Trump did everything else we wanted. But hey, we brought you World War III. You should still be happy because we took men out of women's sports. And by the way, he didn't. But, say he did. Would it be World War III? That's what Vance's argument is. Get more involved. Make your voice heard even more. Well, if that's the case, every person that has prior ties to this administration and also helped him get elected has made their voice known. Even the Pope just simply said things about peace, never mentioning Trump, and gets attacked by this piece of crap. He has no loyalty to his supporters. Why the fuck would anyone have loyalty back? It's like you see this animal right there. He's a dog. That's the Trump supporters right now. And I'm not trying to belittle everyone who supports him, but I'm just saying your loyalty is like a dog. You've been kicked around everything. It doesn't fucking matter. You're still just coming back with your tongue out, praying things work, praying you'll get a treat. He'll give you one little thing that you asked for. Not gonna happen, bro. And Israel is attacking Lebanon. Let's go into that. I'm not gonna go into too long because this is where I'll get raged. But just remember, Trump says the war is almost over again. Anyway, and then it says move to New Zealand. Well, only thing I can say is that it's probably a safe place to be, but I also wouldn't be in total. Israel and Lebanon hold direct times for the first times in decades. Okay, can I see that article or? That's a 2-minute video. I suppose I could. Yeah, it's forcing me. I guess I'll just listen. What's going on, man? Maybe one day it will load.
It was the first time there was direct diplomatic contact between Lebanon and Israel in more than 3 decades. This was what was described as a preliminary meeting. It was at ambassadorial level.
They'll still be attacking.
The discussions were intended to lay a base for future discussions which may be held at a far higher level. The meeting, though, was chaired by the
They're
US
talking
Secretary
about
of State,
talking.
Marco Rubio, who had this to say at the beginning.
Well, this is a historic opportunity. We understand we're working against decades of history and complexities that have led us to this unique moment. And the opportunity here, I know some of you are shouting questions about ceasefires. This is a lot more about that. This is about
Little Marco.
End the 20 or 30 years of Hezbollah's influence in this part of the world. And
it's propaganda.
Not just the damage it's inflicted on Israel, the damage it's inflicted on the Lebanese people.
Shut up.
You have to remember the Lebanese
You're a fucking
people
liar, dude. No one.
For his part, the Israeli ambassador to the United States sounded optimistic when the meeting ended.
With the degrading of Iran, this malign and malignant entity that's trying to destabilize the entire region.
Oh, not you.
There's now the opportunity to degrade its proxies as well, to move them out of their horrific occupation of another country.
Yeah. And by doing that, you're going to bomb the shit out of Lebanon indiscriminately, and you can say you're taking Hezbollah targets. We see the map. You're destroying it and leveling it like you did Gaza. Fuck you. There should not be an Israeli ambassador to our country. Why? Because it's a fake state that's fucking occupying Palestine. That's my opinion. Guess what? And I never used to be one of them pro-Palestine guys. I used to be pro-Israel. Yeah. Yeah. Then you wake up, and then you wake up to the reality. And it's just like the Eminem song. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, you realize that he is full of shit every time that they say that they're being terrorized, but there are the terrorists that drop bombs every single fucking time that they say that they're the victims, and actually they're the ones who kill people and pick them places where the bombs are dropped. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to fucking do that level of a freestyle. You get the point, though. I mean, it's insanity. The fantasy. I can't believe these fags deceive. Now I'm just going on a rapping spree, and that even rhymed. But look, they're talking about talking. I remember that with the Iran-U.S. war. So good job on that. Let's go to MSN. Let's see. Iran sentences first female protester and husband to death. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of propaganda right now. That could be true. I don't know. I just know that, how do you really know what's going on in a fucking war zone, bro? There's so much propaganda. You just kind of can't. That's where I'm at, Oh, Lindsey Graham backs Trump in rebuke over Pope, because this is a holy man, Lindsey Graham, and even though all he ever wants to see is death and destruction and whatnot, he's gonna back a man who on Easter threatened to destroy an entire civilization over a man who's praying for peace, the Pope. So that's Lindsey Graham. He's being consistent. We gotta give him that. He's being consistent about his just being a pro-war. And he is gay, I'm pretty sure he allegedly gay. Everyone thinks he's gay, okay? They have shit on him. He is so blackmailed. I don't know what. But let's see Lindsey Graham. I would like to see what he has to say, because he obviously is an important voice. He's in the president's fucking ear. I mean, I was saying this before the Iran war started. I said the reason it's going to start is because he has psychos like Lindsey Graham in his ear. I said that on the first episode of this fucking show, where I'm being sarcastic, and I was meant that, there's obviously, I'm fucking around, then half the time I'm being honest, but let's look, yeah, Senator Lindsey Graham joined Trump in criticizing Pope Leo, was that the 14th? Opposition to the U.S.-Israeli war in Iran, intensifying a rare public feud between a fucking president and a religious leader, because that's how low our president has sunk. And this guy, look at him, bro. I promise there's some skeletons in the closet, so to say, as the saying goes. I mean, is it literal? I don't know. But Lindsey Graham is absolutely pro-war. There's never been a war he wouldn't be willing to send your kids to die in. There's never been a war that he'll be willing to fight in himself. He's a total bitch, but he would love to have missiles be dropped all over Iran and all over fucking anywhere Israel tells him to, pretty much. Like, hey, dude, we got the Epstein files on Trump. We got a whole lot worse shit on you, buddy. Better fucking go along with it. He's like, yes, sir. Mr. Israel, who should I promote the war against now? And tell me the reason. They're going to be like, Lebanon. And the reason is Hezbollah. There's maybe about 500 of them there. So we justify bombing an entire fucking capital over that. Yes, sir. Please don't show all the gay things I did on video. Or even worse, possibly. Fuck. But that's Lindsey Graham. That's what it is. And that's exactly his entire, that's why. That's why. You ever wondered why? Why is he that way? They have shit on him, bro. Even worse than Trump. Whatever they have on Trump is not as bad as what they have on Lindsey Graham. So just wanted to say that. And Iran challenged the U.S. Navy, and now they're burning. Oh, yeah. Just sounds so tough, bro. Sounds so tough all you want. Guess what? It's not really their Navy that is the problem. It's their missile capacity. And if we're out there with our Navy, how long before our ships are going to get fucking blown up by drones and missiles? Idiots. I mean, until you destroy that, I mean, just shut up about who cares, but I don't give a fuck if their Navy is shit. That means nothing. They can still bomb. Anyway. Smuckers. Oh, this is so important. This is the story of the fucking century here, okay? Smuckers gave a gift to the fucking Artemis 2 that definitely went to the moon. They went to the moon, and they did go to the moon to bury the Epstein files because they need to be gone forever, okay? So they dug a hole in the moon, and they went to the dark side of the moon to do this, by the way. They had to be in thermo type of, well, very, very high-tech thermal, I can't say the fucking word, thermal gear to keep them warm while they were also not breathing air, but they had to bury the Epstein files. It had to be done before World War III begun. Had to be done. Had to be done before World War III begun. Gotta bury the Epstein files on the moon. That's what Donald Trump ordered them to do. Chinese astronauts left stranded. Woohoo! Would be Mario's response. Okay, I'm trying not. That was not funny. And the fact that I laughed just shows that I'm kidding. After learning that Artemis 2 astronauts long for crustless sandwiches during their mission, Smuckers fucking announced some shit, bro. They're going to do the world a favor. They're going to provide every crew member with a lifetime supply of Uncrustables. So if you want some poison, shitty cornstarch, terrible meals, these three men and one woman that may or may not want to identify as a woman because we are in the new age, baby. We don't know. Who knows? They, them. None of them are men or women. The four of they got Uncrustables for life, dude. So these are the Smuckers peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which is the shittiest sandwich you can have on earth. And then this is the most what would I say? The most like extra ingredients, additive version of it. And they were gifted that. They them. Look at that. This guy is just because he looks like he's a white male. He's actually identified as an Indonesian, half Pakistani, non-binary. So don't fucking judge people, okay? This man on the right is a half Pakistani, half Indonesian, non-binary because he feels that way. And if you don't fucking agree with the way he feels, I want the military to take you in for a tribunal, not a regular trial, okay? You're not going to be judged by a jury of your peers. You're going to be judged by the military. And the death sentence is not off the table for you, okay? It's not. But hey, it's like believe all women, believe everyone. And by the way, I'm gonna self-identify right now as a ladder. I'm a ladder. Now I'm not just any ladder. I'm the ladder to space. That's what I am. And I can do the moonwalk from that too. Anyway, these people quickly went viral. It amused fans. Oh, they did some Uncrustable. They went viral. Cool, man. Oh, and they also got free toilet paper for their asses. Yeah! These people, you went to the moon. One of you is a non-binary, half Pakistani, half Indonesian, and you helped bury the Epstein files. You are fucking heroes. I know they said that you only circled the moon. And, I've flown over a lot of places, And by the standards of NASA today, that means you've been there. So I didn't know this, but I've been to Greenland, and I've also been to places in Canada too. I've flown over them, and they said these guys were in the moon. They flew over the moon. They didn't actually land there. But I am of the belief that actually this did happen, and they did go to the moon, and they were there with the Epstein files to bury them. Now, I know that it's on the internet, but they wanted the physical fucking evidence destroyed, and acid washing things just aren't good enough anymore, bro. It's just not good enough. If you can add things digitally, it could all be traced. You can all be found, tracked, and traced. Those documents, though, can still be physically found. They had to get rid of it. And so it's on the moon now. Epstein crimes are in the dark side of the moon, which, according to these people, is also resting. The moon is resting! So be scared and eat your Uncrustables. That's the way we live in this country. God bless America. From sea to shining sea. USA. 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 We went to the moon. USA. USA. Hey, 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 hey. There we go. Smuckers. Now, I will talk about these Chinese people that were stranded because I was a little bit disrespectful earlier. I didn't mean to be. It's just, it shouldn't be. I mean, these things pop up. Let's see what happened. Let's listen to this video. Okay, I can't hear a fucking word.
但是，当时是我去检查，就肉眼看，但是看的过程中，我就发现这个舷窗上面有这个三角形的东西，我的感觉就是是不是外面玻璃外面沾了一片小树叶，但是我后来马上就意识到不对，这是在太空，这怎么可能有落叶呢？
我其实不太紧张，因为这个
He wasn't even nervous.
最外层是一层防护层，它里边还有2层是压力层，只要压力不会发生变化。
This is Chinese NASA right here.
我也了解他们航天人，就是不管发生什么事儿，然后他们肯定会通过分析实验，然后确定我们能不能返回，影不影响我们的安全，然后最终才会下结论。所以呢，我并不太担心。
Yeah, we're stranded.
形式的一个
We're stranded in space. I wasn't worried though. Come on, none of you guys even try to be believable. None of you. None of you. And it includes the Chinese version of NASA, which I didn't even fucking know existed till right now. I know that they have space programs, but I didn't know they actually... oh yeah, and another thing is the blackout. The media blackout on the entire... Sorry, the media blackout on the entire Irish protest right now. Wow. But I showed a lot of compelling evidence yesterday. I may even do I never usually do 3 episodes in a week. I'm a pretty busy person, you know, honestly. I have fucking, you know, I have shit I gotta do, but, you know, I might, because I got a lot of stuff. The government today nearly got dissolved, but of course it didn't, and, you know, no one's really surprised about it. But there's a lot of people who said a lot of great things. A lot of those videos need to be shared, I believe, and we can do that another time. This is more of my show, though. This is more where I roast the motherfucking news. It needs to be roasted. And look at this. The Swalwell scandal. Swalwell. Oh, who's fucking surprised? Let's just look at his face and tell me, are you fucking surprised this guy has a scandal? Now, any picture will do. Please. I don't even want to... There you go. That's all I wanted, was to see a picture of him. Are you surprised this guy has a scandal going on? Didn't you think some weird shit happened with him? He definitely did something fucked up in his life. He definitely did. Okay, and I'm not accusing him of what it is. I don't even know. I don't even care about the story. He's in legal trouble! And there's an authentic video. And someone believes they were drugged. Noting the alleged... Oh my god. This motherfucker raped someone and did it on video. I mean, that's the kind of people they want in our government, bro. How else can you bribe someone great? Like, you want to bribe someone great. Not only do you want them to be like, the way you know that you have the greatest blackmail on someone in life is if you also have a tape of them, not just like raping somebody, but like also like doing it against it. Well, okay, it's not just having a sex tape on someone, not just they're gay, none of that. It's beyond that. Now, you want to have them on tape like murdering, raping, and possibly cannibalizing, okay? I mean, we all know the Epstein files, and, well, not all of us, but, everyone who, voted for transparency on that, and we wanted, right? We wanted the opposite, because when Trump was like, we're going to disclose the Epstein files, or I can't even do his fucking voice right now. But yeah, I mean, when he said he's gonna do all that, when we voted, we were just thinking, in reality, what we really want him to do is to flip flop and say, "Are you still talking about that?" I mean, it's only the biggest human trafficking scandal of all time. You still talking about that? All the children that were harmed, you still talking about that? MAGA? Real MAGA doesn't talk about that. We don't talk about all the sex rings and all the pedophilia. Yeah, real MAGA doesn't talk about that. Because Trump's friends can be harmed by that. Real MAGA doesn't talk about that. Real MAGA doesn't say peace. Blessed be the peacemakers. MAGA. Pope isn't MAGA. Real MAGA doesn't do that. Real MAGA screams for war with Israel all day while being too bitch made to actually fight the war themselves. Hence, Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, all those war hawks. They would never fight a day in their fucking life, but they will never shut up about how we need to fight every day of our life. So, great message to them. I mean, they are parasitic in nature. But, they can suck the life out of the nation. Eric Swalwell he will fuck random girls. It's, he might be choking them on camera. And that's what we got in our office, because we need people who have committed serious crimes, so it'll be easy to blackmail them. Not just the money, but the threats of what they've done. And I don't know what he did, but he obviously went against his master in some way. Or maybe he's just a sacrificial lamb. I don't know. But that's what's happening. So, that's Eric Swalwell. And talking about jail time for him. Sure, we have a president that launched a war without congressional approval, going against the Constitution, but, let's go after Swalwell and a tape and ignore all the Epstein stuff. Even though in Europe, at least they're actually doing shit about that. They're not doing a fucking thing about that here. Anyway, we can get into, what they call terrorism is what I'd be calling anti-terrorism. Well, I don't know. I won't say that. I won't go that far. But Israel does a lot of terrorism things, and then their excuse is, we're fighting terrorism. Like, bro, you just bombed, 5 apartment buildings, okay? And maybe there was some Hezbollah there, but you definitely killed way more innocent people than you did fucking Hezbollah targets. And you just act like, we got our targets. They're terrorists. It's like, dude, you're terrorists, and you're also fostering anyone who survived that hates you. And by the way, they have every right to hate you. You just killed their family or members of their family. So you're creating extremism, and you wonder why this shit's happening? Now, I think I want to go into something random here. And I think Fox giving me brain health advice might be the funniest thing ever, so let's just see where that goes. Experts reveal hidden link between poor sleep and Alzheimer's. Well, I don't think it's a hidden link. I mean, I think if you get poor sleep, you're, there's a possibility of a lot of health problems you can have down the road. Popular weight loss medications linked to hidden side effects, study finds. Yes, this is facts. I hate to say it, but the GLP-1s, let's see, in a sweeping analysis of more than 400,000 Reddit posts, it has revealed some little-known GLP-1 side effects. So, GLP-1 receptor agonists, such as Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, tirzepatide, have been mostly associated with gastrointestinal side effects, such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and constipation. A new study published in Nature Health, however, uncovered some overlooked side effects. I've heard people are going blind. Is that one of them? Okay, let's see. So in a study, people use AI to analyze more than 5 years of Reddit posts from more than 67,000 people taking those drugs I just mentioned for weight loss, popular now. And while clinical trials are still the gold standard, in clinical trials, I love how they don't go and they won't give clinical trials to things that will help. They don't give, we all hear nonstop about how ivermectin and certain things like that are curing cancer. There's a couple studies, but they simply won't do more studies, so that therefore they can always just say there's not enough studies. You see the scam? There's a scam there. But anyway, let's believe the system because it's better to be blind. I prefer it personally. I prefer completely believing everything they tell me, even if it's them sentencing me to death and telling me I have no other hope or alternative. Don't take anything else that won't help you. That's better. I love to live in a land of bullshit and lies. Please predict my demise. Don't do research, it's not a prize. Don't realize that you are reading lies. You people have eyes, but you don't use them much. Where do? Do you get fucked up your butt? Because that's all it seems. You were all prostitutes. I'm talking about all you doctors, dudes, and females. You do not know all the details, and you won't recommend certain things off label because you're all corrupt pieces of shit. Okay, not all of you, but a lot of you are, and these people exist. Maybe not everyone, but too many, son. Let's get them done. Get them out. Yeah. Let's scream. Let's shout. Fuck these motherfucking medical bastards. Alright, sorry. Anyway. Wow. They're still the gold standard. Researchers noted that it reflects a different population. Real people talking. People often use medications differently than they're prescribed. Oh, wow. I never would have guessed. I thought every single kid that was prescribed Adderall took it exactly as prescribed. They never would share it with friends. They're not kids. They wouldn't make a mistake or fuck up or use drugs in an unrecommended manner. Don't suggest that to me, and if you do that again, I fucking swear. I want to live in a world where reality is not there, okay? I want to live in fictional reality. I want to live in fiction world, okay? And in that world, no one abuses prescriptions. There's not a chance, and doctors are always right about everything. And, by the way, this is all great. I mean, they're talking about overlooked effects. So what? It's okay. You went blind. You got a gallbladder cancer. I mean, didn't you lose weight, though? You lost 13 pounds? Okay, well, I mean, what's the trade-off? This is what you asked for. You wanted to lose weight. Obviously, there's going to be some side effects, and if it's worse than losing weight, then what do I tell you other than that's life? That song? So, I mean, just be real to yourself and tell yourself, is being fat better than being blind? And I think most people will come to the same conclusion, which is that, no, I would rather be blind, obviously, and also possibly, let's see all these other ones. Let's see the what temperature-related symptoms, chills, hot flashes, being blind, abdominal pain, psychiatric symptoms, anxiety, depression, insomnia, acid reflux, headache, and dizziness. All of that is so much better than being overweight, for sure. And it's like, that's one of the things too. If we're gonna be on a fucking draft, it's gonna happen. They're already announcing it. There's gonna be a draft. We need to stop being fat. And we're not gonna just exercise and do it the right way as Americans. Okay? My American friends, we are gonna do it the way we do things best, which is drugs. Okay? So drugs will get us skinny. Food will get us fat. And if we have to make any fucking effort, we're going to half-ass everything we do. This is the country I love and grew up with. Get my gun, I wanna have my gun in the shot. Are you American or not? Or do you want to eat some tots? Good. Fuck with me in my hood. You never could. I'm American, man. I'm American. This is like, all these aren't great. Or all these are great, sorry. The side effects, maybe you might be concerned. It's concerning. But look at this woman right there. See how her old pants don't fit her anymore? I'm sorry, but that's all that matters, okay? Doesn't matter if you get cancer, you get dizzy, or you go blind. As long as you lose that weight, Americans are happy because we didn't have to do anything to do it. We didn't have to take the necessary steps. Fuck that. We half-ass everything. We want to half-ass the weight loss too. We need drugs. We don't want to do diets and exercise. No thank you. No sir. No comprende. I'm sure I said that right. I'm a fucking excellent speaker of Spanish, as you can see. And yes, sí means two things. America, actually it means several things, but it means sí, señor. Yes. Yes, sir. So, obviously it's the sí, señor attitude. It's America, bro. GLP-1 drugs. Shooting people if they fuck with us. That's what it's about, bro. It's what it's about. Don't get scared. This is how we deal with our problems in this country, bro. Okay? I'm ready. I'm ready if anyone wants to fuck around. I'm ready. Don't worry. I have a gun, but that doesn't mean I've ever shot anyone. I've never shot anyone. Maybe one day. Kidding. No, fuck that. But we have to love our weapons. This is, by the way, this is what's going to happen if we ever can't talk anymore. If they ever stop us from opposing this stupid war, we have to use, unfortunately, the amendment that allows these types of things against the people who are trying to stop us from saying what we would like. But as I'm a peaceful man, I lay down my arms. Completely. Including the, See, I would never do that. This thing, imagine it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be very good if that went into anybody. I don't want to have to do that. Don't fuck with my speech. And don't fuck up with my GLP-1 drugs either. Okay? It's not even a threat or a promise or anything. In fact, I'm promising not to threaten anyone with these weapons because I would never do such a thing. Just an extreme level of crazy. It's just, well, it is a home protection thing. That is the reason I haven't, without sarcasm, in all honesty. But, this is America, okay? If there's anything good about it, it's the fact that we can say what the fuck we want and we can own guns. Much as I shit on this country all the time, that's it. That's like all we got left. And who knows how long we'll have that left, but at least we got it at the very least. So let's go into a couple of I think I broke that story down pretty eloquently, and I got to the root of it too. So with that being said, I will now go to CNN, another place that gives us accurate news always. I mean, people have called them the Chinese News Network. They've said certainly not news. They've called them the Communist News Network. They've called them the there's a lot of other ones that I actually can't say, but it's kind of whatever. Anti-Semitic violence is now a whole fucking part of it. God help us. Anti-Semitic violence in 2020 killed highest number of Jews in 30. Well, prove that, please. Let's see the proof. Okay. Violent anti-Semitic attacks in 2025 killed the highest number of Jews in 30 years. Okay. I mean, throughout the year, 20 Jews were murdered in 4 anti-Semitic attacks, including the Hanukkah attack in Sydney, Australia, in which 15 members of the Jewish community were killed. According to the report from Tel Aviv University, the total number of anti-Semitic incidents in Western countries remained significantly higher than in 2022, the year before the Gaza war began. Last year, we saw a U.S. brokered ceasefire take effect in October that attempted to end 2 years of genocide. They can call it war. But yeah, 2 years of genocide in Gaza, while a 12-day war also erupted with Israel and Iran. And now we're over 12 weeks now. We're either in the 12th week or maybe 13th. People still are on Trump's side. God help them. In the New York and United Kingdom, the report found the end of the Gaza war was counterintuitively followed by an increase of the end in the UK where 2 people were killed. Okay, so look, all these need to be put into context, okay? Obviously, there's a Hanukkah attack. That's horrible. I mean, the fact that someone went into a synagogue in Australia and killed random Jews is just sick. And it's sick. And, I see these things, though, but it's framing it in a way that I don't like. And I'll tell you why, and I'll give you a good reason, okay? And also, I'll actually finish the story a little bit. In the U.S., there were 2 staff members of the Israeli embassy were killed in a shooting attack, and that's terrible, too. I also remember a man burnt to death in front of that embassy protesting the war. They didn't put him out in time, and that was pretty awful. But anyway, no, I'm not making light of this at all. This is terrible and absolutely horrible. But I just want to say the way they're framing it pisses me off, because what it's doing is it's acting as if, oh, there's all these things on the rise. But, there's also mosques getting shot up. There's also mosques getting bombed by Israelis. And that's the thing. It's like, obviously the Holocaust was horrible. But what about the Holodomor? Where it's estimated that like 30 million Russians were killed by the Bolsheviks, and we know what nationality they were. And look, they're all horrible. All of these genocides are evil. But why is it the ones that happen against the Jews are so much worse than the ones that happen against other, especially Christians, but other people, even Muslims as well? And a lot of times, Jewish people are in carrying out that. I mean, 90% of the revolutionaries, I think it was the Bolshevik government, 90% of them, I believe, were Jewish. Now, I might be wrong exactly, because see, I know for a fact a lot of them were Zionists, Jewish or not. Anyway, I don't like to see an increase of people. Oh, good God. Now it's saying it's an increase because of the Nazi plots in Germany. Okay. I get it. But what's happening here is that Israel is causing anti-Semitism worldwide. Their behavior is horrible, and a lot of people are blaming it on every Jew, and those people are ignorant and stupid. But at the same time, Israel is being so evil that it's hard to not want to stand up in some form or capacity. So I don't blame people for wanting to stand up. Now, killing random Jews is not the fucking way to do it, bro. So that's just kind of my take on that. I'm going to look now. Yeah, did Trump commit blasphemy? Absolutely he did. But you notice, you see whose head he's healing right there? It's actually Jeffrey Epstein. You see that? I mean, you might not notice it. He grew a little bit of hair. He's been off the grid, pretending to be dead. And someone originally made this video, or that image of him doing that, and it was like an angel in the background, and they literally turned it into like 3 demonic things in the background. That's weird. Or no, it was a soldier. Sorry, it was a soldier in the background, the original person who made that, or created it with AI. He changed it to being like some demonic looking shit. They don't look like angels. Even though they have wings, they definitely don't look like angels. So, that's Trump. And there he is. Dressed as Jesus, healing Jeffrey Epstein. Movement. The moving image of a lifetime. And yeah, he committed blasphemy or whatever. But, you know, he had to protect his pedophile friends. That's why we're in a war. K-pop idols wear akubi. The rise of the free and quiet cool. I'm sorry, but if it's quiet, it's not that cool. People talk about cool. Okay? People don't get quiet about cool. They fucking don't shut the fuck up if they're cool or if they're doing something cool. Minnesota County investigates federal agents' removal of a fucking U.S. citizen from his home as a possible kidnapping. Well, it might be. I don't want to read all these stories, but I'll simmer. I will run through it quickly. The hurries and it's a possible kidnapping. Now, if they didn't. So, there's an arrest of a guy with an Asian name. I'm sorry, I just don't want to butcher it. And, okay, it was a January 18th incident. Shocked residents in the Twin Cities area. And it's citing that there might be a felonious allegation of kidnapping, illegal detainment, and false imprisonment. Okay, so they believe there was no legal reason for federal agents to enter the home. Let's see, is he even, oh my god, this is nothing but, and then the I spokesman says they don't kidnap people. But was he here legally or not? Because if he was here legally, then you did kidnap a motherfucker. You did, okay? And I'm sorry, Trump sycophants. Understand something. I'm not anti-immigration laws or any of that. But these people are going to be the people that eventually take you away for being a patriot, okay? You think they don't turn governments on each other? Look at what Ireland's doing right now to its own citizens. Look at what's happened in the past with Canada to its own citizens. Governments are used against each other. COVID was a great example of that. I think every government was used against their citizens in that one. The fucking joint attack. So, he was taken out in subfreezing weather, wearing little clothing. He was questioned in his home for more than an hour. He realized he was a citizen with no criminal record, and so if they entered his house, that's fucking illegal, because you needed to even enter a house, you need to actually have a warrant. And they're saying it's nothing but a political stunt to demonize ICE law enforcement. As they arrest for the worst of the worst. Like, dude, I know that some of them are good people. They're humans. Of course there are. It's like the guard I know some of them are good people, but when you're following orders, that's the same fucking thing Nazis did, isn't it? Anyway, and I'm not saying these guys are Nazis. I'm not. But they could become them in the future. Just understand that. Cold as ice. I mean, you ever heard that song? Shit. They weren't talking about ice cubes. They were talking about this future organization they didn't know that was going to exist. Obviously. I'm mad that people don't know that. Look at the backstory in that song. There was a whole 45-minute YouTube video of a conspiracy theorist going through the rabbit hole. And trust me, he's right. Even if the singer denied it, he is right. Because conspiracy theorists are right about everything. They have never made up a lie, and that's why we all know the Earth is flat and space is fake and nuclear weapons aren't real. So rejoice, people. That last one is the most ridiculous of all their conspiracies, although I wish it was true. Of any of them, I wish that's true. I hope that's true. Please be. If you're going to be right about a crazy conspiracy, I hope you're right about the nuclear weapon one. Anyway. Oh, I love how they did not address the request for evidence because they have none to give. And I'll end it on some shit that Trump said on True Social, if it allows me to. Oh, whoa. Request was a legal request. Oh, I'm going to pause the stream for a second. 1 second. So literally 20 seconds ago, NATO wasn't there for us and they won't be there for us in the future. You know, I have a theory on this. Turkey is a part of NATO, and they've been openly talking pretty aggressively towards Israel. And, you know, they're not the instigators. Israel's been talking aggressively towards them, too. And my theory is that Trump wants to get out of NATO so that Turkey can be attacked, possibly. Either by us or by Israel, or maybe in a joint strike like we're seeing in another country. Oh, here we go. Another Pope Leo. Will someone please tell Pope Leo that Iran has killed 42,000 innocent, completely unarmed protesters? Dude, in the last 2 months, and that Iran have a that for Iran to have a nuclear program is unacceptable. Prove it, bitch. Prove it. Otherwise, I don't believe you. I'm not going to trust you, bro. Thank you for attention to this matter. America is back. Dude, Pope Leo is not a political fucking figure that is sitting there and believes your stupid propaganda of they killed 42,000. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, okay? And he's just a guy simply asking for peace. If you're gonna just keep talking shit on him, it's really like your support with Catholics are gonna just tank. It already has to be tanking on both Orthodox and on Catholic Easter. You've done disrespectful things towards Christians, and I just don't see why anyone supports you anymore. Who's a Christian? You're not. We know you're not a Christian, bro. I know what you really are. Anyway. Yeah, he's endorsing someone, probably a neocon, because that's what he is now. So. Okay, I'm going to end the video on this story. The King of England, the reason that we started this whole country, the man that looks like he's been inbred for hundreds of years, is going to address our Congress and meet privately with our president during his state visit to the U.S. later this month. Buckingham Palace announced Tuesday, between April 27 and 30, Queen and King Charles and Queen Camilla will visit D.C., New York, Virginia, undertaking a variety of public engagements to mark the 250th anniversary of independence from that fucking same bastard. Their planned visit, blah, 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 blah. Why are they coming? It's crazy. The palace put it, the visit aims to showcase the breadth of economic, security, and cultural relationship which has developed since the U.S. signed the Declaration of Independence. Who are we getting independence from again? I'm sorry, but it's crazy to me that they're doing this. This is a group. This is quite a group right there. These people are elites. Just remember that, okay? If you ever feel bad or down in your life and feel like you're a loser, these people are looked up to and like gods in England, the two on the left, and in America for some reason, the two on the right. I actually have nothing against Melania, really. She is weird. She had a weird movie, but at least she's calling for transparency on the Epstein thing. I'll give her that. Whether or not she means it is a whole, who the fuck knows. Anyway, yeah, so the King of England's coming here to celebrate us saying fuck England. I don't know if that's the greatest troll of all time or if it's just proof that we're just so occupied. I think it's both. And I think I'll leave you there. For SNN, this was Oxley wishing you a wonderful week. Maybe back tomorrow, maybe, if something crazy happens with the protests. But otherwise, I'll see you next week.